I was told of a story of two guys who had just smoked weed, and somebody saw an aeroplane passing and said, when I get money, I'm going to buy that aeroplane. This one said, stupid, who told you I'm selling it? You know? The things. Man, it's dangerous being mean, you know? Some of us have had mean parents. Some of us failed mathematics because of mean parents, you know? I remember in high school we used to do 8 subjects. I went and told Muzei we are doing 8 subjects. He said 8. So in other words, you want 8 books? I said yes. He said no. I'm going to give you 4. You start one subject from this side, another one from this side. They will meet in the middle. So I told him, but we have to. The teachers have to take them for marking. He said first come, first serve. Whoever comes first. You know that kind of arrangement. Until we reached a certain agreement, I told him, okay, what we need to do, buy 4 big books so that we can have more space. He accepted. So he bought the 4. I went and divided them into 2. I had 8. Things were for thinking. You would give him a requirement list. It would increase by deduction. Okay, what is this? Books, 8 books. No, we shall do 4. You want sugar? Didn't we pay for porridge? Don't you really? Oh, Sharon, no. Cancel that one. Sugar. Tissue. But it's a requirement. Like there are newspapers. Like he had an alternative for almost everything. You know, that's why some people survived because their parents never went to school. You know, a parent comes and the student says, oh, daddy, you know, they sent us money for photosynthesis. What is that for? They are going to take photos to ensure that we are on the encyclopedia hula baloo. Bas. Yeah. They were the richest in school because they had access to money. They even called their father and said they want money for characteristics. Yes, characteristics. They give you. Life was good for them, you know. Memories are treasures no one can steal. Likewise, I used to like those rich parents. One day they brought a rich parent to talk to us on how to be good students, how to survive. And he told us, pocket money spoils children. Parents, it was a PTA, they invited the parents and children. And they said, if you're going to give a child pocket money, give them very little to keep them through during all the break time. Give them like at least 300,000 shillings. 300. I was seated next to my Muzei, he pinched me and said, because the other man is rich, to him 300,000. Said, you haven't had that one. I said, I haven't. That one I haven't had. You know that situation where they beat you on behalf of others? A rich kid throws a tantrum, you know? A rich kid throws a tantrum. I want to beat with you. Yeah, your father slapping you. Why? Because you're quit. If you do that, I will kill you. They beat you on behalf of the other one. You have seen such situations. Nowadays I hear they no longer beat children. Hey! I remember when we were being raised, one case you'd be caned by the entire village. Hey! One day, instead of going to school, I think they had sent us away for school fees. So we went and got mangoes. Oh yeah. Our neighbor, we are not even related in any way. We are not related. The man came and found us. What are you doing in the shroom? A house. You're not related. Waba. So we went home crying. My mom said, what's the problem? The neighbor beat me. Why? When the mangoes, waba! What were you doing in the mangoes? Down. A retake of Chibok. They give you. As she's getting you, wow. The farm manager is passing. What's the problem? He was in the mangoes. He says, mangoes is garka. Hey. We are raised in a torture chamber. But nowadays kids, I've seen the kids in Kampala. By the way, some people even delay to work because of a child. You know? They wake up in the morning, they drive them to school. Let's say Kaboja. everything is okay until they reach the school. Mommy, you're not leaving me here. Then you find the parent. Okay, it's okay. Everything will be okay. Okay, it's okay. We go back. They spend like 20 minutes there discussing with that child. Who would discuss with Musei? Who? You? What? You even just the thought of refusing. Just the thought, you'd apologize and say, I'm sorry. I always see kids in Kampala torturing parents. You observe when you're walking into supermarkets. Mommy, I don't want that side, we go here. What is this side? Like hardware? You know, like cement, singenge. You wonder what does a 3-year-old want in singenge? And then, I want to be here. And then you find an adult standing there. Okay. Man! This thing, let me tell you. Whoever said that we should do homework with children, please stop. We pay school fees that you teach them, not for us to do homework with them. First of all, you come from Kampala, there are stories of typhoid, there are many things disturbing you, there are political parties, everybody's. Actually, I belong to only one party, and it's the favorite party that everybody loves, that's the birthday party. Because everybody has a day to celebrate. These other parties, I don't care. You know, the thing is this, you come when you're exhausted, and you reach home, a kid comes and says, Daddy, they said we do homework. First of all, the syllabus changed. The things we knew are different. Things changed. Imagine a kid in P3 asking me, what is Pythagoras? What is Pythagoras? Sounds like a python. First of all, I failed mathematics. The only thing I can do is abacus. And you're here telling me, algebra. I write algebra in P7. Here, P4. Huh? I've told this story before, and I'll tell it to you because it affected me so much. My nephew came and told me they had given them a question in English. It was the cow is dead, begin with death. I was tired. I told him death of the cow has caused the meat. He went to school. I thought everything had ended. The next day, he came back and said, Daddy, they have said it is wrong, give me the right one. I said, if it is wrong, why didn't he give you the right one? He said, no, the death of the cow does not cause meat. I said, okay, right, death announcement, the cow is dead. He went back. The teacher insisted and wrote, please help your child. I said, I was getting irritated. Then I said, this is the final. Right. Death or death? Why kill the cow? He went back to school. The man in the evening, I remember that day, it was very rough. It was a very bad day. There was tear gas. It was a very bad day. The young man came and said, Daddy, they have said it's wrong. I said, give me your teacher's number. I called him and said, sir, look here. Please, stop asking my son about cows. These things of asking us about beef, us we are vegetarians, we don't eat meat. That was the only answer I would give that fella. You know?